I guess we'll get into some topics.
Wait, TJ, what was it that you wanted to talk about?
Man, I was very intrigued with that Dolph situation.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, young.
Rest easy, man. Yeah, rest easy to Dolph, man. That was a real good topic. I think we should start off with.
Okay.
You know,
long live Dolph, man. Long live Dolph, man.
So it sounds like you are very affected by this.
Oh yeah, man. I mean, shoot, it's been this shit been going on for a good minute. You know, you got him and you had Mo3 and Vaughn. It's crazy.
It was funny how all of them get killed by some random person and someplace they ain't got no business being. You know what I'm saying?
Well, young Dolph was going to buy cookies, man.
I mean, the person killing them that got no business being there. You know what I'm saying? Just kind of random, like, oh, I just seen you on the interstate, or I just didn't see you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I actually learned a lot of things about young Dolph this week. Like, did you know that he bought houses for all his kids every year for their birthday?
Know that.
He owned over 100. He owned over 100 real estate properties.
Wow.
Yeah, he snatched them foreclosed houses up, give them to his kids. Kids got other houses.
Dang, a dream unrealized now.
His last interview was him doing a little fundraiser benefit for a cancer hospital.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Young Dolph was a good dude.
Yeah.
And Gelato was one of my favorite mixtapes.
It was.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Don't play with me, play with your bitch. You know what I'm saying? Young Dolph, Preach. Preach is one of the hardest songs in the clubs. I'm telling you, when Preach come on, he get straight gangster in the club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I went
understand.
to the club last night and they played Preach. It was a white club too.
Wow.
White girls was going crazy. They knew the words and all. Born in the 80s, crack baby. I like, what?
Wow.
Hey, even they love young Dolph.
Yeah.
So did y'all see the thing that Bootsy said about young Dolph?
What he said?
Well, he's talking about, rappers in general, rappers that are getting killed in their own hoods. And
that's an old Bootsy clip too. Bootsy said that like 4 years ago. Every time a rapper died in their city, they played the clip. When Nipsey Hussle died, they played the clip. You know what I'm saying? When I think
he right though?
He has a point. XXX Tentacion got killed in his own city. He got killed trying to buy a motorcycle. He was at a motorcycle dealership. They shot him in his car at the stop sign. Mo3, he was in his hometown, Dallas. He was on the freeway. They pulled him out the car on the freeway.
The thing I don't understand about it, you don't see no country music singers getting shot down in Nashville. You don't see Machine Gun Kelly going to Cleveland and getting shot down, even though he's not a real musician to me. But anyway.
No, he's not. He's a punk rocker now. He's not a rapper anymore.
But you gotta see, I see it like this. A lot of these, I mean, at the same time, these people who are getting killed were definitely living a street life, and that's how it is, in my opinion. If you're so comfortable in your own hood, that's usually where people catch you slipping. Just like they call him buying cookies when he ain't mind no business. Unfortunately, it's almost that point where even in your own city, in your own hood, you should be on guard at all times.
Keep your head on a swivel.
I don't know if y'all ever seen that little Dirt clip where it was something just happening in the background here. Just pause and look. You know what I'm saying? At all times, you just got to be ready.
That's why Lil Durk. That's why Chief Keef done moved out of Chicago.
Yeah, he did the right thing. He was smart for that one.
Yep.
He got the hell on.
The Chief Keef would have got killed a long time ago.
Chicago, you go in, you do your business, you get out.
Get out. Yep. That's true. Damn.
That's messed.
So TJ, looking at the situation and some of these rappers, what are your thoughts about any young rappers going forward, you think?
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be real tough, Keith, man, because now you got to be on guard, you know, and this day and age, which you got the videos, the Instagram live, the Facebook live, you know what I'm saying? It's all about clout. It's all trying to, you know, make yourself look good, make the next person look bad. And you got to be careful with that. Your words, you know, your words is what can, you know, can get you murdered, you know. Get, like you said, like Tron just said, Mo3, you be on the freeway, Dolph, just buying some cookies. You know, you gotta be careful what you say and what you do, you know, and watch your back at all times, man. Especially in your own neighborhood. You would think that you would be safer there, but shit, they'll knock you off in your own neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? The same neighborhood that you grew up in. You know? So
I think it's funny. You know, the thing I wanted to talk about was in relation to musicians getting killed. And I'm not a guy that subscribes to conspiracy theories and all this stuff. But when we were talking about topics that we wanted to talk about this week, I was like, okay, every just person of color that's a musician that has died underneath the most random circumstances. Whitney Houston, drug overdose in a hotel. Michael Jackson, drug overdose at his house. Prince, drug overdose at his house. Nipsey Hussle, murdered in his own neighborhood.
Juice WRLD,
murdered in his own neighborhood.
Juice WRLD OD'd on an airplane.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's just one. What's real sad is because he already made music about dying of drugs.
His latest song he came out with is called Already Dead.
Yeah, I heard it. It's pretty. Wow. It's pretty sad.
See?
Nah. You won't hear me making no song about my own death unless it's exactly not unless it's me 124 in bed chilling with the great grandchildren. That's the only song you will hear from me.
For real.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
But you know I'm not a conspiracy theorist when it comes to you know spouting off things that are gonna get put out in the ether, right? It's not necessarily my bag. But I was talking with a buddy of mine at work. And he was like, he said Prince, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, all knocked off from the record labels because they wanted to get a hold of that music and their masters and stuff that they wanted to put out. And I was like, you know, you say it's a conspiracy theory even when you talk with your friends, right? And then he was like, okay, think about these rappers for a second, right? The really truly independent ones, like Dolph, independent, Nipsey Hussle, independent, making tons of money, right? And he said, well, record labels will make these cats some deals that you think they couldn't refuse, and they do. And then in retaliation, because they know that the family's going to be strapped for cash if they die, knock them off, just waiting to scoop up their music for a price. Like Michael Jackson was never intending to be on like Apple Music or whatever. All of a sudden he dies. Now all of his music is on Apple. Prince was anti-internet to the core. He was like, I'm never going to be on Apple. If I'm going to be on anything, I'm going to be on my own stuff. As soon as he dies, music is right up on Apple.
Wow.
So,
that's,
you know,
crazy. It's crazy.
I just think it's just weird circumstances.
Yeah, it's crazy. Well, I mean, they already treating them like slaves, so why not treat their whole, you know, existence as a capital, as a game or something like that.
I mean, that might be the interesting thing about this new school generation of rappers. They're in the best position because they have been exposed to how the slave game and music works. That most of them are trying to avoid it at all costs, which is why I think it's funny that a lot of these young rappers are getting taken out. It's truly kind of a head scratcher, because how many young rappers getting taken out, and you're like, man, that's the third one this year.
Shoot, what it was 2019? Well, they were dropping like flies.
No question.
I mean, they're still dropping like flies. It's just lesser known ones, so we don't hear about them.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So,
I mean, the conspiracy thing, that one is, I can agree. I can agree. It could be the record labels, you know. But when you see like
Well, let's make sure we say allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, allegedly. It could be, but you never know. You never know.
I mean, these circumstances of these people getting taken out, you know, I don't understand. Not necessarily trying to take away from Young Dolph, but Nipsey Hussle got taken out at his spot by a legitimate hater who didn't understand that Nipsey was at his place of business, grabbing a bunch of T-shirts to go give out to other folks, to kids, which is like a not understandable situation. And everybody said that dude was a hater off top. So why was he even around?
Shoot, we're gonna have haters around. We ever do something. I can name one right now. I don't want to name.
No, let's
not
do it.
That's the thing with Nipsey Hussle hater. He came back because he was apparently they didn't want him around because they knew he was a snitch. And so they told him to get the fuck on. And he came back with the hate.
It's a doggone shame. So